Hello, my name is Tristan Long. I'm an assistant professor in the Department of Biology here at Wilfrid Laurier University. As a researcher, I'm particularly interested in evolutionary biology. I focus on sexual selection processes, that is, why individuals differ in how successful they are in reproductive competition. That's an excellent question. Are humans still evolving? To answer that question, we have to think about the contents of our cells. Each one of our cells contains the instructions needed to build all the components that make up our body, and those instructions are encoded in our DNA. DNA is a complex molecule made up of what we think of almost as letters, giving the instructions that we use to build our parts of our body. Everyone has differences in their genetic code, and these genetic codes contribute to some of the differences we see between individuals. Evolution, essentially, is changes from one generation to the next in the frequency of different DNA sequences in a population. Why in one generation you have a certain frequency of alleles, the different words encoded by the letters that make up a DNA strand, and changes between one generation and the next, so changes in frequencies. So in humans, we do see that happening. Why? Well, because we have many of the different processes that generate evolution changes. We have mutations happening all the time. Mutations are when we have substitutions or of the base pairs of the letters that make up the code. We have selection occurring. Selection happens in many different forms. It happens by natural selection, where you have some individuals having a greater chance of survival and making it to the next generation, passing on their genes to the next generation because of their sequences. A good example might be that we think about lactose tolerance. That's a fairly new trait which is encoded by an allele. It appeared only a few thousand years ago and has spread quickly through the human population, evolution occurring because it gave those individuals living in environments where there was access to milk a selective advantage. They could access that energy, and that's one of the reasons why it spread so quickly in only a few thousand years to about a third of the human population. Humans also are evolving when you think about in terms of sexual selection. So individuals don't mate randomly. They often may be very selective about who you want to mate, and the traits that you might base that upon might have a genetic basis. So altogether, humans continue to evolve. We're presented with all kinds of new challenges in our environment. We like to think of that we're sort of divorced from our environment, but we have antibiotic resistant bacteria and killing off people. We have all kinds of different new selective forces. So humans, have we been doing for living beings on this earth, have been evolving for billions of years. We're going to continue to doing so in the future. Thank you very much.